Shalom, shalom, Yasharal. I have a very important message that I want to bring to you. And I pray that the people intended to hear this, they listen to this. I pray, please listen to this. I'm going to stress this and bring this to you the best way I can, trusting that Ava is going to deliver his message to you, and that your eyes will open to this message and you will see the message. You will see the importance of what Abba is going to, what he has showed me, and what I pray he uses my mouth to show you. I made this video a while back, and it's about the tree of knowledge and good and evil. And I know so many people dismissed it and counted it as ridiculousness, and that I'm ridiculous for thinking what I thought, what I said on this video, that the tree of knowledge and good and evil was the tree that was in the garden, that had the fruit that Eve was beguiled by the serpent to eat, and she gave it to Adam. They ate it, and it brought a curse upon mankind. Please listen to me, okay? And I might even have to name some names of some people that I'm thinking about, because you are my family. I love you, and I the Most High wants you to hear this, okay? I don't care if you are in a delusion, if you're delusional. I want you to snap out of it, okay? Please hear me out. What I said in this, I'm going to play some of it. What I said was, a buddy of mine asked me what I thought the fruit was that Adam and Eve ate. And I didn't know at the time. I said, I've heard people say that it was sex, a sex act, different things. But when I made this video, the day I made it at night, and that day, earlier in the day, I had seen people, 2 different posts on Facebook, that I hope Abba uses my mouth to show you how wonderful, how awesome he is, okay? Please listen to me. That day, there was 2 people talking about it, about that they were saying it was a fruit of some kind. And all through the comments, some people were like, no, it was actually grapes that are grown in so-and-so country, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's what they were talking about. And I had been thinking about it. He had asked me that. I've thought about it a lot of times too before, and I had no idea what it was, okay? Abba took me and showed me what it was, okay? But there's so much more to it. There is something so powerful in this message. And if you will only listen to this, okay? It's when Yahusha says the truth will set you free. Abba has shown me there are people with heavy chains on them, constricting them. They are chained down. If you can humble yourself and see this truth, those chains will snap. Imagine if you were chained down with massive chains and you couldn't move, you couldn't stand up, and something was given to you that would snap those chains in half. Abba is wanting to give that to you right now. Please hear this. When I made that video, this video right here, looking at this tree, I made this video. I know a lot of people dismissed it. My family, you know, they laugh and snicker and make fun of me. I know they do. They think that I am no one that needs to be talking about the stuff that I do. that I don't know, that I am not smart enough, and who am I? You know, I've been to prison, I've been a drug addict, you know, I've been divorced. There's all kinds of reasons that they won't even hear me out, okay? That act right there is something that is going to tie in, it ties into this, and you're going to see how detrimental that is and how it will kill you. And when I said that right there, I'm sure those people I'm thinking of rolled their eyes and they thought, who is he to tell me that I'm going to die? Okay? Please listen to me. Please listen to this message. I'm begging you. If this wasn't truly 100% completely all about my love for you, would I be on here stressing this? Do you really think I care if I'm smarter than you or if I know more than you? You have to know that that is not why I would be doing this right now. I pray Abba shows you that. The Freemasons, which are an arm of the Vatican, they pledge their allegiance to the Vatican, to the Pope, which is the beast, okay? One of the beasts. Their doctrine, the foundation of their religion, their belief, comes from the Kabbalah tree. And I showed a few of these people that I'm thinking of right now that are rolling their eyes, that if Abba doesn't cause them to watch this, they won't even watch it. They'll roll their eyes and they'll say, that nut made another video accusing me of this and that. I'm not accusing you of anything. I love you. Please listen to this. The Kabbalah tree teaches that through different steps, if you take these steps in the order of the Kabbalah tree, you can reach a level of divinity. You can ascend. It's a form of ascension. You raise yourself up into a level of godhood where you can become like God, okay, like the Most High. The serpent beguiled Eve. He said, he enticed her to eat of that fruit. And what did she say? She said, certainly not. The Most High told us that as soon as we ate that, we would die. What did the serpent, the deceiver, the accuser, what did he say to her? He said, you will not surely die. The Most High knows that as soon as you eat this, your eyes will become open and you will be like the Most High. He doesn't want you to be like him, okay? When I told this to some of the people I'm thinking of, they were like those people on Facebook. They said, no, it's a fruit over here, and you know, they won't even look at what I'm trying, not me, what the Most High is trying to show them. When Yahusha spoke and told us how to judge people, how to recognize people, what did he say? He said, you will know them by their fruit. Did he mean, I'm not being sarcastic right now, did he mean that they would have a basket of fruit in their hand, and whatever was in that basket, that would tell you what kind of person they are? Yeah, maybe, you know. This is symbolic. There was no eating of any fruit, okay? And the reason why this this is used is spoken symbolically, and it is a parable, okay, a metaphor, is because it's the same reason all the other parables were spoken throughout the scripture. Like Yahusha said, they don't have ears to hear. Because lest they hear and be saved, be healed, okay? This life is a test. And I think you guys probably understand that to a degree. This is a test. If it wasn't a test, when Abba come down to the garden and realized that Eve and Adam had ate that fruit, okay, if it wasn't a test, he wouldn't have put the curse on them that would have went through until now. He would have just fixed it right there. If this was all about just making man here on earth and sitting here with us and making everything perfect through all the time, anytime we messed up, he would have made things right then. But what'd he do? He put a curse on mankind, and it's still here today. And when Eve ate that and gave it to Adam, they hid when Abba came down. But did they tell the Most High, no, this fruit, whatever, it's not going to kill us. We don't care what you say. We like this fruit, and this is what we're going to do, you know. Satan, the serpent, told us it was okay, and this is what we're doing. They were scared. They had at least enough humility to understand that they might have done something wrong. And when they got punished, they for surely knew. I'm going to play some of this, okay? And I need you to hear this. When I made this, earlier I was saying that these people, you guys, you know who you are, and I told you, if I name you, I know the order of things and how to reprove someone. This is more than that. This is me hoping with every ounce of my being that you see what I was trying to show you. Put down your pride for 1 second and see this and understand. When I made this, I knew that. I know that right now. I know that people think that I'm a fool and they think I'm crazy, okay, for doing this. Think about this, people. What is my intentions? Just try to understand what my intentions are on this content. Why I would be doing this. I know I'm not the most intelligent person. I know that. But if Abba shows me something, would that be right of me to not do what he wants me to do because I know that I'm not smart enough? That would be wrong, right? So what is my choice? I have one choice. I have two, but for me, I only have one choice. I'm going to do what he wants. And this is him showing me, and there's no other way it could be anything else. And if you can put down your pride for 1 second, humble yourself, and see, and let Abba show you, you will understand that there would be no other way that this could have came to me, other than by the Ruach, the set-apart spirit. Even in Adam, when Adam and Eve, when they ate that and they knew they had probably done something wrong, they didn't look at Abba, Yahuwah, the Creator, in defiance and try to act like, you know, what they did wasn't wrong. They did, that's how they acted. But what still happened? They were cursed. They brought a curse upon all of us, and the planet, the grass and the plants are cursed now because of that one thing. Could it have been because they touched the apple. He said, don't even touch it because they touched a peach. Now humanity is cursed. The whole earth is cursed because they ate or touched a piece of fruit. I'm begging you, open your eyes. He's going to show you the whole point of all of this. I'm going to play some of this, and this is the reason I'm playing this is because, like you, I don't think I'm smart enough to do these things. I feel like I'm an idiot, slobbering idiot. I know that I am a child of the Most High and He loves me. I'm not that naive to not know that. But if you hear this and hear the words that are spoken in this video, and you can humble yourself and get the point that Abba's trying to show you, you will see that it is Abba. What's it say? It says, don't worry about what you will speak when you get there in the court, in front of the judges or whatever, because I will speak for you. If you can humble yourself, you're going to see how powerful this message is. And for some reason, He used me to show it, to speak it. And like you, I didn't think I was worthy enough, but I have only one choice, and that is to do this. Please listen. Just listen. Think that I am teaching. Shabbat Shalom, Mish. How we doing tonight? This video isn't going to be too long. I don't want any of my subscribers to ever think that I am teaching. I don't want you to think that this is a teaching. I see nothing good coming out of a man standing on a stage at a podium looking down on people in pews and preaching a sermon. One more thing before I let this go on a little more. Even what I'm saying right there is extremely associated, connected with the message He wants you to get. That is how, and that's another reason you will know. If you can humble yourself, you will see that it was Abba that caused me to have these words come out of my mouth. Like you, I know I'm not smart enough. I could never be smart enough to have known this, to have figured this out on my own. It's impossible. Please listen. That is actually his opinion on what the scripture said. In pews and preaching a sermon, that is actually his opinion on what the scripture says. I feel like we ought to collectively learn together as a family, as a mishpachah, and find the answers within the scripture together, and not base our beliefs on another man's view of what the scripture says. We should be like the Bereans, right? So I'm making this because you could call it a coincidence, I guess, but I would say it's more like the Ruach leading us to truth. A couple days ago, a buddy of mine asked me what I thought the fruit was that Adam and Eve ate in the garden. And I told him, I'm not sure. I said, I've heard that it's sexual, something to do with sexual or sex, and I've heard a lot of different theories on that.
And today I saw a couple different posts on Facebook where people were discussing that very topic. And I looked at some of the comments, and some of the comments were, people saying that it was a fruit, some kind of fruit, and this and that. And I've never heard anyone with the belief that it's what I'm about to propose to y'all. And like I said, this is not a teaching. I'm posing this question to y'all, my Mishpachah whom I love, so that we, as a Mish, can look into this to see if this is true, if it holds any weight at all. And the reason I'm doing so is because as I've been looking into this subject, I've seen the importance of knowing this truth. And I'm sure once y'all start to do your own research and digging into this, you'll see, like I do, the importance of knowing this.
Sorry, one more thing. I understand that when I am doing making a video, I sound like I am a little arrogant. When sometimes I lick my lips, you'll hear me like smack my lips. Okay, I understand that might send the wrong signal to people, and I need you to understand that is not. I do things, sometimes I sniff because my nose starts running when I'm making these, and I don't even know I'm doing it. And I understand that some of the words I use, you might think, well, he thinks he's a philosopher or something. I'm just trying to make this and convey to you the best way I know how. Like I said, I think I am no one to be doing this. So if I sound like I'm not being arrogant, I'm just trying to do it the best way I can without polluting what Abba has to show you and myself.
So, in the Bible, in Genesis, I think it was chapter 3, where the serpent beguiles Eve, and Eve tells him that the Most High has commanded them not to eat of that fruit or touch it, because once they do, they would surely die. And what's the serpent say? He says, you will not surely die. The Most High knows that when you eat it, your eyes will become open and you will be as the Most High, right? Now, how could eating an apple or some grapes bring you into that state of mind, to where you will realize you're naked and you will think to be as a God, as a mighty one? I don't think it's possible. But what crossed my mind a couple nights ago, and what I believe to be the actual tree of knowledge of good and evil, and I think you will believe the same thing, is actually the Kabbalah tree. And now, in my research, I've learned that the Kabbalists, the school of mysticism, which we know, we've been warned about, we know that that is the doctrine of demons that comes from Mystery Babylon. We know that we are not to fool with that, right? And that's not what this is. The reason I think that there is an importance to understand and to gain the knowledge of what that was, of what the Most High commanded Adam and Eve to not eat, what caused them to bring about a curse on mankind by eating. We need to know what that is, because if it's something that we are familiar with that is going on today, we need to know about it, just in case some of us might be flirting with it, with the idea. So if you look into the meaning or the teaching of the Kabbalah tree, you'll see that it talks about ascension into divinity. So let's go there real quick, shall we? I Googled it, Tree of Life. Here.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharal. Hope everyone's well. The urgency, whatever you would call the sound of my voice, whatever you heard in my voice back then when I made that video, that was pleading with anyone and everyone to hear Abba out, not me, to hear him out, and to just look into what I was trying to convey to y'all. That, whatever you want to call that, because you already know, like I do, I'm epic at being a dumbass. Epicry is probably insufficient to describe, my level of intellect and intelligence. I always tell people that my brother, Johnny, was the one who has all the talent, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. He could pick up a crayon and draw your face on the side of a car if he wanted to. He can pick up any instrument and play it like he's been playing it his whole life. He can cook. He's a third-degree black belt. He's a 5-star chef. He can do all those things. I can't. I have no talent. The only thing I have, and Baruch Abba Yahuwah, the Most High, for blessing me with this, and that's the will, the heart, to try and accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish, and that is cause you to see what's going on. That, whatever I had back then, it's been multiplied by an infinity amount. Now, yes, my videos are more off the hip now. I've went through so much since then. I've been mocked and scoffed. I've been manipulated. I've been deceived. I've been hurt. I've been crushed. I've been lifted up by Abba. I've been loved by him. I've went through so much since then that, yeah, I'm different in the way I do things now. It's, obviously I would be. But the motive, the intentions is still the same. It comes from my love for you and my love for him, the Most High. And it's my willingness to not be that scumbag who would hear these truths and keep it to myself and let everyone walk off the cliff and never say anything. I have to tell you. I have to try. I have to. Because I don't want to be a scumbag. I'm not a scumbag. I'm a son of Abba Yahuwah, the Most High, our wonderful Creator. I'm going to give him all praise, honor, glory, and esteem all the time. And I'm going to try my damnedest to do what I don't see anyone else doing. And even if they were, I'm still going to do it. Because I won't be that guy who didn't do it. And you shouldn't want to be that guy either. Or gal. So, the reason I'm going to talk about this again, and I'm going to beat this dead horse once again, is because no one else I see is talking about it, right? Yeah, we see people mention pride and how it's detrimental and deadly, but no one's talking about what pride actually is, and the fact that everyone is putting it on full display, not having a clue that they're doing it, actually thinking that they're displaying humility when they're not. And I'm going to explain this to you, and I hope someone listens to this. My understanding of it now has been, it's grown to a level that is way beyond what it was back then, and no credit to myself for that. The only credit I could give myself is my ears have been turned on because I have the will to help, to love. The serpent said, "You will not surely die," to Hawa, to Eve in the garden. The Most High knows when you eat this fruit, your eyes will become open and you'll be like him. He doesn't want you to be like him. Now, what does that mean? That you'll be able to fly in the air and be all powerful and all knowing? No, that's not what it is. The tree was called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If they done something right then and was granted knowledge just because they did it, and trust me, it wasn't eating an apple. It was thinking that you could figure things out without Abba's help. And he was the only one who had what it took to help. So the serpent said, "You don't need him. Go around him. Skirt him. Because you can do it on your own. You know what's best. You're the boss. You call the shots, not him." It was impossible for that to happen. Right now, there's people, if they listen to this, they're rolling their eyes. They came here with their panties twisted. They don't care what I want to say, what my intentions are. They don't care. They think they know what my intentions are. They cut me off when I'm talking. They think they know what I'm going to say before I say it. Now, how could they know that? How could they know what I'm going to say before I say it? They can't. And every time that happens, they don't know. What they think I'm saying, it's not what I'm saying. So they missed the point because they were arrogant and too prideful to listen, to turn their ears on, to show understanding and just hear me out. And if you can't hear me out and you don't care what I'm about to say, that means you are full of hate and you don't love. You don't want understanding. You could give a rat's ass. That's what the serpent meant when he said, "You will be like him." Only Abba can know what I'm about to say before I say it. That's why he says, "I know what you're going to ask for before you even ask." You cannot do that. I cannot do that. None of us can. And if you do, that's pride. If you think someone can't have a truth that could save people's lives because they don't preach at a church up on a stage. They're not ordained. They don't know. They look like this. They do this. They sin this way. Pride has cursed everything in us because we were here to garden, to till the ground, right? The garden. We had to learn how to do that from Abba. If we shut our ears off and said, I can figure this out on my own, when we got no idea, guess what happens? The garden got cursed because it was treated in a way that wasn't correct. We didn't come correct to what we were coming to. We're coming to things now, and we're going to, if we don't understand what this is about, we're going to come to that stuff incorrectly, which will curse it. It'll curse us and everyone involved. Slow your roll. We need to slow our roll. We need to take a step back and understand from humility that we don't know what's going to be said because it ain't been said yet. You're an arrogant jerk if you think you know what someone's going to say before they say it. If you don't have enough love to let them say it, give them 10 seconds to get it out their mouth. You don't care about them or what they want to say. And they're trying to say something because they love you and they don't want to see you end up in a ditch and dead. They love you, but you don't care. You think you know what they're going to say when you got no idea. Listen to me. This is from the Most High Abba Yahuwah. If you love him, you give him all esteem. If you love me, you give me a minute of your time so I can tell you what was told to me. Not what I created, not the intelligence I have. No. But the words I heard because my ears were on. The words that can come out my mouth because I'm not completely feeble. I can speak. I can repeat what the Most High said in his word to someone who might not have seen it. It's not, that isn't me thinking I'm smarter than you. If you don't listen, it's because you think you're smarter than me. Take that message that I just relayed to you, that I had no part of creating. The only involvement I have was that I love you and him and all of us enough to want to hear it and repeat it. The tree of life is the truth. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil is pride. It's the opposite of truth. It will cause you to die, and anyone playing around with it. That's why the serpent calls the tree, the Kabbalah tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the tree of life. The Kabbalah tree is called the tree of life. It's a lie. The only tree of life there is the truth. The serpent wants you to think that lies are the truth, that pride is the truth, when it's impossible if we don't humble ourselves and take a step back, take a breath, and let someone say what they're saying and listen to what they're saying and make an informed response to what they said. Otherwise, if you don't want to hear what they're saying because you think they don't know shit, and you know everything and more than they do, why do you even stand there in front of them? Why do you show up on their post? Why do you at all? Anything. You're wasting your time, everyone's time. Go on to the ditch and die, right? I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anyone. I desperately want you to help me get this horse back up on its feet. It's thirsty. It desperately needs some water. I don't want to beat it anymore. I don't. I want to love it. Just like I love you. Love me in return. And love Abba wholeheartedly, which will cause you to give him all praise, honor, glory, and all esteem. Baruch you.